Hello, what is up YouTube? It is your boy Majorkill. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Minotaurs, explained by an Australian, Mr. Majorkill. We're going to check this out, give my thoughts. I don't really know anything on the Minotaurs, so this is going to be new, expanding my lore some more, so can't wait to check this out with you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you all for checking out all the other reactions. Greatly appreciated. Let's pull this up right now. Mr. Majorkill, always love his content, really good guy. Make sure y'all check him out. We'll leave a link to the original video down below. Let's do this.
Warhammer takes inspiration from a lot of real life things in history, whether it be Ultramarines being inspired by ancient Rome, or the Emperor's children being inspired by registered sex offenders. Warhammer does it all.
Wait, hold on.
Inspiration from a lot of real life things in history, whether it be Ultramarines being inspired by ancient Rome, or the Emperor's children being inspired by registered sex offenders. Warhammer does it all. If a Warhammer character, faction, or race is inspired by someone or something badass, they will generally also be a beast. The Majorkill Crusade saw the Warhammer equivalent of Alexander the Great conquer so much territory for the Imperium, it would have made the Emperor's bony face blush. Hence, when you have a Space Marine chapter inspired by Sparta, you know they're going to cause some serious trauma for the enemies of the Imperium, and the allies of the Imperium, and the Imperium itself. Yeah, these guys are worse than the Marines Malevolent. Not because they're bigger douches, no. No one is a bigger douche than a Marine Malevolent. It's
Dude, he's very blunt when he talks about stuff. So, are the Minotaurs Astartes, I want to say? Like, they look really cool. Like, their armor, they got, like, kind of Spartan-like armor. Really cool looking. Like I said, every faction, I do love that about the Warhammer universe. They all stand out, and you can kind of tell, oh, that's cool. They got the Minotaur logo on a shield there.
Not because they're bigger douches, no. No one is a bigger douche than a Marine Malevolent. It's because of how wildly effective they are. If a Malevolent Marine wants to ruin your day, there's a good chance you'll be sweet because they'll probably struggle to get to you. If a Minotaur wants to ruin your day, you may as well just break your own legs and hope they take pity on you.
Dang.
Spoilers, they probably won't. Today we'll go over who the Minotaurs are and what their deal is. We'll also have a look at their very mysterious origins, as well as what's going on with their own version of Leonidas, Asteria and Moloch. Let's get into it. Long before the 41st millennium, a humble scientist that went by the name of the God Emperor of Mankind decided that he was bored and that the Milky Way needed to get milked. Hence, using dank-ass science, he created 20 demigod super soldiers called Primarchs, and used their DNA with even more dank science to create 20 legions of super soldiers.
So I don't know all the names of these Primarchs. I really need to look through. I know Horse and the Lion. The Lion was the first one, right? The silver hair, Well, he kind of got like silverish blonde, but he's blonde. So he's the Lion, and then there was one other one I knew. See, I really need to go through and figure out the names of these people. So I can't remember which one Horus is. That kind of looks like him there. I don't know which one. I thought he had the, like, he's kind of the bald looking one in the art pictures or whatever. But man, yeah, I need to go through and learn the names to all these of which one's what. So if there's a video on that, actually, you guys send me a link to that so I can check that out too.
Just called Astartes. The Minotaurs were not one of these 20 original legions. See, every Space Marine in the galaxy can trace their lineage to one of these 20, as since an unfortunate event called the Horus Heresy occurred, the legions were broken up into chapters and different foundings. Some chapters are like, oh yep, no worries, I'm nice, I look like chocolate and I have a big schlong, I'm definitely a salamander successor. And some
Wow. Yes, I'm aware there really aren't any confirmed salamander successors. Get off my back, I'm making a point.
are like, oh ni xin chao ding da, I am definitely a right scar successor. Whereas other chapters, such as the Blood Ravens and Minotaurs, are super unique, and all their records of their original lineage have been lost or sealed. This can be for a variety of reasons. For the Blood Ravens, it's because they're likely a Thousand Sun successor, which is extremely heretical, whereas for the Minotaurs, it's...
So the Blood Ravens is on the left and they have the logo. Okay. So now I know that.
It's likely because the Imperium messed with the Emperor's Space Marine template to create them. In saying that though, the Minotaurs also have a decent chance of being from a traitor gene seed as well. As a rule of thumb, it's super heretical to mess with any of the Emperor's original designs, unless your name of course is Belsarius Call, then it's fine. Either way, it would only be in recent times that the Minotaurs as we know them today would emerge. To be clear, they did also exist in the 38th millennium, but the canon of that is questionable, as back then they were insane berserkers with one of the fuggliest and most difficult to paint styles I've ever
Oh my god, that's ugly.
seen. The modern day Minotaurs are a lot more cold and calculating. They also don't make me consider suicide whenever I look at their paint scheme.
Oh my god. Yeah, the old paint scheme right there, the one you just showed me, that was pretty ugly.
While some Space Marine chapters are specialised as siege warfare or range warfare or close quarter warfare, the official specialisation of the Minotaurs is killing other Space Marines, something they're pretty stoked about. Whenever there's a Renegade Space Marine chapter, the Minotaurs will beeline their full force, massacre 80% of the chapter, steal their gear, and make them beg for forgiveness. They're literally fueled by Space Marine tears. During the 8th Black Crusade that Abaddon launched, having failed 7 of them already, it was the Minotaurs who backed up the Custodes to wipe out a force of Night Lords and Iron Warriors who threatened Terror itself.
So the Minotaurs actually helped the Custodes? Wow.
Fueled by Space Marine tears. During the 8th Black Crusade that Abaddon launched, having failed 7 of them already, it was the Minotaurs who backed up the Custodes to wipe out a force of Night Lords and Iron Warriors who threatened Terror itself. After this, they were hand-chosen to become the attack dogs of the High Lords of Terror themselves, only obeying orders given to them by the High Lords and return being given the best weapons and gear available. When the previously mentioned Majorkill, Alexander the Great of 40k, died, the regions of space he had taken over fell into civil war. It was the Minotaurs who spearheaded the attack onto the heretics and slaughtered the traitors. During this Macarian heresy, there was a lot of confusion about who was on what side. Loyalists fought loyalists just as much as renegades did. The Doom Warriors and Inceptors, 2 loyalist chapters, were caught in a fight with each other. The Minotaurs came in and beat the shit out of both of them, forcing the Doom Warriors to retreat and the Interceptors to suffer a humiliating defeat.
So these dudes are pretty OP already, noticing they got some really good weaponry. Apparently what Mr. Majorkill says, they got some of the best. So, that's pretty cool that they teamed up with the Custodes there. Like I said, I'm learning, man. It's just so much to take in.
Now, the Interceptors are an Ultramarine successor, so kicking their ass is like punching the rich kid from your school in the face. His daddy is going to get very angry and will try and sue you, which is all well and good until you activate your trap card and inform them that your dad is a corrupt politician so they can't do shit to you. Needless to say, the Minotaurs are not welcome in Ultramar. Another incident was when, due to Titsnitch pulling a fast one, numerous loyalist chapters were turned against the Imperium, including our good, but unlucky boys, the Lamenters. Well, being unlucky already sucks, but being unlucky and also being the target of the Minotaurs sucks even.
That definitely sucks, man. That armor color is ugly. Oof.
Snitch pulling a fast one, numerous loyalist chapters were turned against the Imperium, including our good, but unlucky boys, the Lamenters. Well, being unlucky already sucks, but being unlucky and also being the target of the Minotaurs sucks even harder. Whilst the Imperium and the Successionists fought, the Minotaurs beelined for the Lamenters and kicked the shit out of them, decimating their chapter and stealing most of their war gear and a number of ships. If you haven't been able to notice by this point, I'll make it very clear. The Minotaurs are really good at killing Space Marines.
Yeah, there's some big dudes already, right there. Look, I really like how they look. Like I said, they have this they definitely have the Minotaur look to them, and they got the freaking kind of Spartan styled armor. It's really cool.
Really good at killing Space Marines. So what about their Spartan king, Asterion Moloch, arguably one of the most powerful Space Marines to ever live. A Marine who is extremely old, always fights on the front line, has been reported dead multiple times yet always returns in complete fighting form. Well, Games Workshop have kept him pretty mysterious. He never removes his helmet, which has given rise to a number of theories about him and how he's so powerful for a Space Marine. There's literally a quote from a named custodian who's a beast in combat being like, "Bruh, I'm not even sure I could beat this guy." For context, Custodes are known to cut through Space Marines like butter. Well, first off, it's thought that Moloch isn't a normal Space Marine. It's thought that he received even more gene seed and experimentation than normal, prolonging his life dramatically and making him an absolute beast. That's theory 1. Theory 2 is that Asterion has undergone extensive cybernetic rebuilding, making him a Space Marine Terminator. This would also explain how he survives near-death experiences and also why he doesn't take his armor off. His armor is a part of him. Theory 3 is that he's actually a custodian or the result of a Custodes Space Marine hybrid. This is backed up by the fact that his spear appears to be a remixed version of a Guardian spear, spears only custodians can use.
Yeah, he's definitely got some kind of hybrid gene thing going on there then, if he's that OP.
And finally, the theory that I find most interesting is that it's been confirmed that the Minotaurs employ a mind-washing technique, which basically lets them upload data and personalities to their Space Marines' brains, giving them extremely fast recruitment rates. What I think could happen is that when Asterion dies, they upload a backup of his memories and abilities to the brain of a powerful Minotaur. They then equip them with Moloch's war gear and bam, there you have it, he's back. This would also explain why he's so powerful. He's had years of combat data spread throughout multiple Molochs uploaded into him. Also explains why he's such a massive dick. That kind of mind rape ain't gonna come for free. Now none of these are confirmed to be true, but regardless of why, all that matters is that Asterion will kick your ass down a well if you get in his way.
He's a big dude. Like he kind of looks like a custodian too. Like so, I mean, that would make sense if they downloaded his data like that into like another body like that, because I mean over time you're gonna get really good at killing and just repeatedly killing, so yeah.
In more recent times, the Minotaurs have gotten themselves into a bit of controversy, killing some Sisters of Silence and even a custodian. See, when Gulliman took over as Lord Regent of the Imperium, he flushed the swamp, swapping out most of the High Lords of Terror. They weren't super keen on this, hence hatched a plan to overthrow him. Now a human attempting to overthrow a Primarch is like a white person trying to dunk in basketball, it's just not going to go well. There was a big fiasco which eventually led the Minotaurs and Custodes fighting. The Custodes obviously killed numerous Minotaurs but were able to suffer one death. Before the final fight can begin, a legendary shield captain of the Custodes prepares to fight Moloch, and after assessing him, cannot find a single weakness that he can exploit, and feels the closest thing a custodian can to feel concern. Before they can fight, however, the situation is resolved, the traitor lords are killed, and everyone goes on their merry way, pretending like nothing ever happened. The Minotaurs, due to the High Lords sucking them off, got early access to the Primaris DLC.
If one thing, man, when he's telling a story, I love his, that he puts his own taste to it, man. He says what he wants. I really like that. Like I said, as I'm learning, sometimes it just catches me off guard and makes me laugh.
Pretending like nothing ever happened. The Minotaurs, due to the High Lords sucking them off, got early access to the Primaris DLC, hence had Primaris Minotaurs running around before the other chapters. These guys are very much pay to win. After the hectic custodian killing heresy that everyone pretends didn't happen, the Minotaurs joined the Indomitus Crusade in full strength. They were recorded as encountering some Thousand Sons who they swiftly bent over and destroyed from behind, with the power of their throbbing bullcocks. We haven't heard much about the Minotaurs since that scene, however with the coming of the Indomitus Crusade novels, as well as the Minotaurs' recent popularity in lore, it's not hard to imagine we'll see more of the Spartans soon. Because of their attitude and overtly dickheadness, the Minotaurs don't play nice with others. They are known for high rates of friendly fire, not attending war councils, and randomly rampaging through war zones. The Minotaurs have killed Imperial Fists.
So I mean, that makes sense. They just like to kill shit. So I mean, they got the bull. They like to run through, just kill things.
Blood Angels, Grey Knights, Sisters of Silence, Custodians, and many more loyalist factions in the Imperium, purely either due to misunderstandings or simply because the offending party was in there.
So they're not allies to anyone unless it like benefits them, basically. So we can take that from them. They're very, what's the word I'm trying to think? I guess for now, the word I would put it, like they're very upfront to killing what they need to kill. Like I said, they do what they need to do, and yeah, I mean, the way that definitely makes you a dick. So I can see why they get looked at as dicks.
Away. Games Workshop have been really clever in the way that they expanded the different Space Marine chapters, allowing them to have nearly endless fun and creativity. I love covering the more unique and especially badass Space Marine chapters, and the Minotaurs were no exception. And that does us for today, guys. The Minotaurs Space Marine chapter in Warhammer40k. I really enjoy the lore of a loyalist chapters who are assholes, especially when they are Spartans. If you have another Space Marine chapter you guys want me to talk about, then let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do about it. If you enjoyed the video and want to support the
And so, well, that makes sense. I mean, I kind of gathered that. They're, like I said, they kill what they want. They only side if they need to. And they're really good at killing Space Marines. So, learn that about these Minotaurs. So, and apparently they're dicks. So, guys, keep being awesome. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. I'm learning more and more on Warhammer. Like I said, thank you all for being patient. Like I said, more Warhammer is coming. I know y'all want to see more from all the YouTubers. Like I said, man, I got so many different reactions on the channel. So thank you guys that watch Warhammer. You all go around and, check out the other reactions I do as well. Like I said, I'm just making a reaction channel overall, and Warhammer definitely has a place on the channel. Like, so if y'all have any recommendations, let me know down below. Like I said, anything you think would be good for the channel to check out, movie trailers, internet reactions, scary reactions, different things. Like I said, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything, so I'll definitely check it out. Like I said, I love to see what you guys see. I love to learn. Like, I'm expanding my mind a little bit at a time on some of this stuff. So guys, keep being awesome. Have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video, guys.